All right, I'm going to ask you a really simple question. And believe it or not, your answer is going to reveal a hidden flaw in how you think. So, you ready to see just how easily your own choices can be manipulated?
Okay, take a look at this. Quick, don't overthink it, just go with your gut. Which one do you pick? Got it? All right, lock that answer in.
So, did you feel a really strong pull towards one of those? Yeah? Well, if you did, you just experienced a little glitch, a hidden bug in your own decision making. And hey, don't worry, you're definitely not alone in this.
Okay, so to really get what just happened inside your head, we've got to talk about something, a pretty flattering lie we all tell ourselves.
We all like to think of ourselves as rational people, right? We gather the facts, we weigh the pros and cons, we make these super logical choices. We're the calm, cool, collected architects of our own lives. Or at least, that's what we think. But what if I told you that just changing a few words could completely steer you towards one choice over another, even when the facts, the actual numbers are exactly the same? What if someone else is basically framing your reality and because of that, controlling your response to it? Well, this powerful little quirk has a name. It's called the framing effect. And honestly, just understanding what it is, that's the very first step to taking back control over your own decisions. The best way to think about it is like a mental shortcut. See, your brain isn't just reacting to the information, to the facts. It's reacting to the frame the information is put in. It's like the picture itself is exactly the same, but if you change the frame around it, you completely change how you feel about it. And that feeling, that's what changes your decision. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory from a textbook. Let's dig into how this bias is actually used to shape your decisions every single day. And most of the time, you probably don't even realize it's happening. Okay, so let's circle back to that very first question I asked you. On one side, we've got an investment framed around the positive, a 90% chance of profit. On the other side, the exact same deal is framed around the negative, a 10% chance of loss. The math is identical, right? 90 plus 10 is 100. But the feeling? Oh, it's completely different. No, seriously, pause for a second. What did you choose? Be honest. If you're like most people, you jumped at the 90% chance of profit. Why? Because the word profit just feels good. It's a win. But the word loss, man, that just sets off all the alarm bells in your brain. And you know what? It's not just about money. This bias gets way, way stronger when the stakes are higher, like life and death. So imagine a doctor tells you a procedure has a 90% survival rate. Feels pretty good, right? Now imagine another doctor describes the exact same procedure, but says it has a 10% mortality rate. Which one are you signing up for? Which one just feels safer? Okay, now watch this carefully, because this is the whole point. 90% survival is 10% mortality. They are the same thing. The statistical reality did not change one bit, but your emotional gut reaction, your decision, I bet that changed. The frame, just the words, completely twisted your perception of the risk. And this stuff isn't just in hypothetical scenarios. It's everywhere. Marketers frame a discount so it feels like you're gaining money, not just spending less. Politicians talk about tax relief, which sounds great, instead of reduced government funding, which doesn't. A startup will shout about its 95% success rate, not its 5% failure rate. It's literally everywhere, all the time, shaping public opinion and every little choice you make. So the big question is, why? Why are we such suckers for this? Why does our supposedly logical, rational brain fall for such a simple word trick? Well, the answer comes down to a really deep-seated bug in our mental programming. It's called loss aversion. And what psychologists have discovered is that the pain of losing something, it feels about twice as strong as the pleasure of gaining that exact same thing. Think about it. Losing $100 feels way worse than finding $100 feels good, right? So the second a choice is framed around a potential loss, even a tiny one, your brain's alarm system just freaks out and completely hijacks your rational thinking. Okay, so we've pulled back the curtain, we've exposed the flaw. Now for the good part. How do we fix it? Because you don't have to be a victim of this. You can actually learn to spot the frames and make a conscious choice for yourself. All right, so here's your game plan. It's a 3-step strategy. Step 1, reframe it. Anytime you're given a choice, flip it around yourself. If they tell you the success rate, you ask, okay, what's the failure rate? Step 2, find the reality. Just strip away all the emotional words and get to the core fact. 90%,
is 90%, period. It doesn't matter what fancy clothes you put on it. And finally, step 3, slow down, especially when the stakes are high. The framing effect works best when we're making snap decisions. You have to give your logical brain a chance to get in the game.
So from this moment on, whether you're scrolling through the news, looking at an investment, or about to make a huge life decision, I want you to just pause and ask yourself one simple, crucial question. Did I choose this, or was it framed for me? The power to see the difference, well, that's yours now.